Man, what's going on with you guys, man? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully everything is going good with everybody. And you know what we finna dive into today is we're gonna talk about why you shouldn't waste your time going on dates. So I know most of y'all see the title to this video and you're like, man, Josh, what you mean that we shouldn't be going on dates? But what I mean is we shouldn't be going on dates with women that have the wrong intentions, that are not interested, and that are there to waste our time. So I got 3 different ways you'll be able to identify if a woman is interested, or is she not interested, or is she playing games. So let's go and get right into it. All right, so number 1, dates are like getting a number. It doesn't mean anything. You know, there was a time period where it's like, you remember like you'll go to the mall with your homies and it'll be like, man, how many numbers you got? Or if you went out to a party, how many numbers you got? And I used to base, me having fun based on how many numbers I got. Because back then, getting a number was like golden. Like if a chick gave you her number, it meant something. But we know nowadays, a chick could give you her number just so she don't have to deal with you being upset or you being angry or you trying to, just do something crazy. So she'll do it to get you out your face and then later on block you. But what I started to realize this about 5 years ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, that dates no longer mean anything no more. Like women will go on dates with you and just be there for the free meal, just to go out because she's bored, or just be, just because she wants to take up time, or she gets to do a fun activity free of charge. And I remember this when this happened to me. I remember I went out on a date with a woman maybe about 3-4 years ago, and the date was good. Everything was good about it, but guess what? Never seen her again. My number was blocked, couldn't get in touch with her, so she just went for a free meal. So what we got to understand is a lot of times women will go on dates with you just to get out the house. That's the reality we live in 2024. This is why we have to be able to deal with women who are highly interested. But even then, a woman will try to play like she's highly interested, and she'll still waste your time. So these things are still going to happen, but the mindset is that you have to be aware that this can happen. So this is too also why you want to do cost-effective dates early on. Because you don't want the woman to be able to get something out of it and leave you hanging. So if we go for a walk in the park with some frozen yogurt and I spent like less than $20 on some frozen yogurt, well, the chances of her ghosting me or never seeing me again is slim to none, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, but if you take her to a restaurant where y'all go to a 5-star restaurant and have steak and potatoes, then that's all the reason for her to never see you again. Because you don't know if she was there for the meal or for you, or because she was bored. So this is why you do cost-effective dates, because nowadays women they'll say yes to dates just because. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of a woman going on a date just because she's bored. All right, number 2 is most men just take what they can get, right? See, what we got to understand is women can get dates just like this, just the same way they can get SCX. But for us men, it's difficult out here to get dates with women that you want. So naturally, when a man, and the reason why I can speak on this is because I've been through this several times. A lot of times when we get that date that we really want with that woman that's very attractive and the vibes is right, and it's like, man, we met and it's like we clicked. A lot of times you may feel that way, but she may not feel that way because she got 3 other dates that weekend. You got this one date this whole month. Matter of fact, she got 3 dates for the next 3 weekends every weekend, and you got this one date for the whole month. So naturally, when you're coming from that type of mindset, you naturally are going to show a little bit too much excitement. You're going to try to be a little bit too perfect, and you're throwing all your eggs in one basket. And that's what most men do. And this is what causes the flaking and ghosting, because a lot of times when you're taking what you can get, the woman kind of has like the attitude of take it or leave it. She's not really tripping. You know what I'm saying? She kind of cool on it. You don't really do it for her all the way. You kind of got to convince her. And as you convince her even more and doing more, she straight. You know what I'm saying? She's straight. She got other options. A woman puts herself first. She has an abundance mindset when it comes to this dating thing, but you don't. If you only have one date per month, the chances of that woman flaking every month is very high because it's a numbers game. Versus if you had 3 women that you was going on a date with every other weekend, your chances of your flaking ratio will go down. But also there's other elements involved in that, which I'm gonna get to in my next point. But my whole point of this point is that when you come from the mind frame of taking what you can get, it's a scarcity mindset. It's a scarcity mindset. It's a mindset set for failure. Because when you taking what you can get, you're gonna try to hold on to that thing because you don't know when the next meal gonna come. So naturally you're gonna be giving off this desperate type of thirsty type of energy. And how do I know that? Because I did it for hella years. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make it work because I don't know the next time I'll meet a woman that I'm very attracted to. So for me, I'm just trying to make it work because I'm taking what I can get instead of having it my way like Burger King. All right, so number 3 is you didn't pre-screen her correctly to see where her interest level is. And this point right here kind of helps with the last point about taking what you can get. See, a lot of times, whether it's we meet a woman in person or whatnot, we may not be paying attention to see is she asking questions. How engaged is she in the conversation? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we're not paying attention to her body language. And when you miss those things or miss those key elements to see if she's really interested, giving you eye contact, well, those things will tell you how interested she is in the beginning. So if you get those things done correctly, if you pay attention to see, is she giving me eye contact? Is she asking me questions? Does she seem disengaged? Does she seem like she's in a rush and a hurry? Is she giving me excuses? You got to pay attention to those things because if not, when you go on the date and the woman was combative or it was difficult to set a date with her or it was, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to put in a lot of work to get to the date. That date is going to be tough because you didn't pay attention to the pre-screen. Vetting is very important. I talk about vetting so much on this channel. Vetting is the answer to all of this. Like, yeah, I'm not, because with the title of this video, I know y'all like, oh, Josh saying don't go on dates. That's not what I'm saying. You just don't want to go on dates with women who are not interested because our time on this earth is limited. So why waste it on people who don't have no interest in being in your presence? So also too, like I think a lot of times if we meet a woman online, whether it's on Instagram, a dating app, Twitter, whatever, right? I think a lot of times dudes hear what we say on YouTube and they'll try to set a date right away without doing a FaceTime call. So a lot of times dudes will be like, meet me here. They'll a woman a message back for 1 or 2 messages and you like, meet me here at 6 p.m. Of course you're gonna get flaked on. They were like, the woman doesn't know anything about you. So when you meet a woman online, you definitely want to be able to somehow do some type of video call, FaceTime call, so she can get a sense of your personality. Because when you just try to like throw your number or be like, meet me here, or you just text or meet me here and y'all never talk through a video chat or some sort, of course you're gonna get flaked on. And I think a lot of men make that mistake. Because you got to think, women have so many options when it comes to dating. They have so many options. So what is going to make you stand out from the other men that she's dealing with? You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to be thinking about. What's going to make you stand out? That's why you need to do the FaceTime call. Because if not, the woman going to forget who you are. And like I said earlier, it sucks, right? Like dating now is the new getting a number. It doesn't mean anything. And that's why you have to have measures in place to be able to operate in this time period, in this time that we live in. Because you don't want to be wasting your energy and your time going out on dates with women that are half interested, because all this is going to do is discourage you. Now, yes, some women are going to slip through the crack. They're going to act like they're interested and they're really not, just to go on a date, to get the free meal or just to get out the house. Yes, some women are going to do that. But you can prevent that from doing cost-effective dates. From vetting women right away. You know what I'm saying? Seeing if she's asking questions. Is she engaged? What's her body language like? Is she available to do a video call? You know what I'm saying? Those things are important. You got to pay attention to those things. because those things will tell you a lot. With women, you got to pay attention to her actions. And also, like I say in every video, you got to continue to put yourself first. All right, guys, that's my video for today. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.